All right, let's talk about that make or break moment for every single freelancer out there, writing the proposal. On platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, you're not just up against a few people. You're competing with dozens, sometimes hundreds, for the exact same job. Your proposal? That is your one shot to stand out from the crowd. So let's break down how to make every single word pop.
3 seconds. No, seriously, that's it. That's the average amount of time a potential client spends looking at the very first line of your proposal before their brain decides, okay, should I keep reading or am I hitting next? 3 seconds is all you get to either win or lose a project.
It's kind of a tough reality, isn't it? I mean, you pour all this effort into crafting something, and it feels like you deserve more than just a 3-second glance. But look, in that giant sea of applicants, that is the harsh truth of the freelance world. The real question is, how do you make those 3 seconds count?
Well, you do it by throwing out the old playbook. It's time to stop writing proposals the way everyone else does, because there's actually a proven formula. Think of it like a secret weapon designed specifically to slice through all that noise and grab a client's attention from the very first word. And that weapon is called the AEC formula. It's simple, it's easy to remember, and you know what? It really works. AEC. This is the key we're going to unpack right now, and I'm telling you, it's going to completely change how you approach every single job application from here on out.
So let's get into it. We're going to break this thing down piece by piece. We're going to look at each part of the AEC formula step by step to build a proposal that doesn't just get a second look, but actually gets you hired.
And here it is in all its simple glory. A is for acknowledge, E is for example, and C is for call to action. Acknowledge, example, call to action. This super simple 3-part structure is the bedrock of a proposal that makes a client stop and pay attention. Let's start with the most critical part, that opening hook. So, the A stands for acknowledge. This is everything. This isn't just about saying, "Hi, I understand." It's about proving that you took the time to read what they wrote. You have to show them, right from sentence 1, that you get their specific problem, their specific pain point. Okay, just look at this. The difference here is night and day. On the left, you've got what 99% of freelancers write. It's boring, it's generic, it's all about them. On the right, that's the AEC approach. It leads with the client's problem, a slow website that's costing them money. Now, honestly, which one do you think is going to get a reply?
All right, next up is E for example. So once you've hooked them by showing you understand their problem, you got to back it up immediately. This is where you bring in the concrete proof that you're the person for the job because you've solved this exact kind of problem before.
And this is so crucial. Clients do not care about your 5 years of experience. I'm sorry, but it's a totally meaningless phrase to them. What they care about are results. So stop talking about how much time you've put in and start talking about the outcomes you've delivered. You have to show them, not just tell them.
And boom! This is what proof looks like. A number, like a 40% increase in conversion rates, is real. It's tangible. It proves your value in a way that some vague claim about your experience never ever could. This is the kind of stuff that makes a client stop scrolling and start thinking, okay, this person might be the solution.
And finally, we get to C for call to action. You've hooked them, you've proven your value, so now what? Don't just need them hanging. Your job is to make it ridiculously easy for them to say yes and take the next step. Tell them exactly what you want them to do next.
Okay, so now that we've got the winning formula down, let's flip the coin over for a second. Because knowing what not to do is just as important. These are the classic mistakes that will get your otherwise perfect proposal tossed right in the virtual trash can.
Okay, number 1 killer, generic templates. If it sounds like you just copied and pasted it, it's an instant delete. Number 2, making it all about you instead of their problem. That's a huge turnoff. And of course, sloppy typos and grammar mistakes just scream, I don't care about the details. Keep it focused, keep it concise, that 150 to 250 word range is the sweet spot, and never, ever forget that clear call to action.
Now, a great proposal is a powerful thing, but it gets even more powerful when it's just one part of a bigger system. Your proposal is the handshake, but your portfolio, well, that's the evidence that closes the deal.
I want you to completely forget about the traditional resume that just lists where you worked. As a freelancer, your portfolio is your resume. It's not about your old job duties. It's a living, breathing showcase of the problems you've solved and the real results you've delivered for people.
So a winning portfolio is absolutely packed with proof.
You need those before and afters that show the transformation. You need specific numbers, like that 40% conversion boost we talked about, to prove your impact. And you need social proof, because client testimonials are pure gold. This whole package is what you link to in your proposal to seal the deal.
And finally, this is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. You have to be a bit of a scientist here. You need to track which of your proposals get opened, which ones get a response, and which ones actually lead to a job. Find the patterns. Once you figure out what's working for your niche, you double down on it, hard.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question. After everything we've just gone over, what's your next proposal going to be? Are you going to keep sending out those generic lottery tickets, just hoping one of them hits? Or are you going to start using the EEC formula as a targeted weapon designed from the ground up to win? The choice is yours.